Hi, I'm Fred.
And I'm Sarah, aka the Paris Quiz Mistress.
We're two friends addicted to trivia, and we're
rewatching
Alias.
But this is not an Alias podcast. Every episode, we play general knowledge trivia on a theme.
5 quiz questions for you to play along.
And the iconic early 2000s spy thriller show starring Jennifer Garner
Doesn't really matter.
Because this is
not an Alias podcast.
Fred.
Sarah.
Episode 17 of Not an Alias podcast.
Here we go again.
May I ask you to recap this recap episode? You have 60 seconds of radio interference. Go.
Sydney's on the run. She's in the car chase at the start of the episode. She's in the car chase with cops. And then she drives off a pier. And then she just goes into the water. And then we go back in time. And Sydney, she's in custody. And there's the guy from Lost who's asking her questions for a long time. And she talks about how she was recruited, how she was trained and started working for SS6. Then the guy from Lost tries to question her dad's loyalty. She gets very mad. And then he questions her loyalty. She gets even madder. And meanwhile, Vaughn tells Dad that they need to get Sydney to some mountain in Italy. And Dad gently asks Hadalki to tell him where she's held. And then they go and rescue her. And then she gets spotted by the cops. And then she drives into the water. And when she's in the water, she breathes air from the tires. And she's like, oh, Mom would have done that. And she's like, Dad, Mama's alive.
Yeah. Shows did recap episodes when we didn't have replay.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
I felt every second of it.
I thought it was good because there was enough this is not an Alias podcast.
No.
If you want an Alias podcast, please go elsewhere. This is a trivia podcast, and I have a quiz for you.
Okay.
And I have a question to introduce the theme of the quiz.
Excellent.
So it's something in the episode, and I want to know the name of which toy, which has been popular since Christmas of 1929, dates all the way back to 500 BC, and it has a name that means come or come back.
A yo-yo?
Correct.
Who plays with it?
Weiss has a yo-yo.
Oh, yeah. Weiss is a guy who's in every J.J. Abrams thing, right?
Yeah, Greg Grunberg.
Yeah, Greg Grunberg. Thank you.
Your quiz is all the answers will be double talk. So yo-yo, other things.
Yeah, yo. Sure, I'm sure for the place to be. Sorry.
Are we just gonna do Hamilton every episode?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. I'll allow it. Question 1 of your double talk quiz. Which prison is about 50 miles north of New York City and has been operating since 1826 and is the origin of the English expression to send someone up the river?
Oh. Learning wild triviaing. My favorite thing.
The best kind of triviaing.
Exactly. If we're double talking, I'll assume it's a place where you don't do much of what is in the name.
You don't know that.
I mean, maybe. They do quartets and such. I think it's Sing Sing.
Correct.
Is it still operational?
No follow-up questions, please. Question 2. Which German spa town is just 10 kilometers from the French border?
Is it Baden-Baden?
Correct.
Which is Bath.
Yep. Bath.
What do we do there? We bathe.
And then?
We bathe.
Good. Okay, question 3. What is the westernized name for the dog breed originally from northern China, where it's referred to as Songshi Quan, which translates to puffy lion dog?
Ooh. Also very, very cool to know. Is it one of those names that originates from Western culture, doing weird stuff with Chinese names?
Probably.
I believe it's Chow Chow.
Correct.
Yeah.
We have question number 4. Which disease with a name from the Sinhalese language is caused by a lack of vitamin B1?
Ooh, that's the kind of stuff we learn. By we, I mean in Cameroon. In science class when we're quite young. We learned a lot about vitamin deficiencies when we're quite young.
Cool.
I guess because they will occur. But I think that one is the berry.
Correct. Berry. Speaking of vitamins, the Flintstones. What is the name of Barney and Betty Rubble's son in the Flintstones? Final question.
Ooh, the Flintstones. No, I don't. I'm not gonna. I mean, first of all, I watched it when I was young, so that was in French.
Pierre à feu.
Yeah, the Pierre à feu, and
So it's the neighbor people's son, who's friends with.
is it like bite?
No, it is an action.
Nibble?
No,
Not a category. Run.
no. Do you want me to give it to you?
To have a first letter.
B. He has a bat with him a lot, like a club.
Beat.
It's Bam Bam.
Bam. All right. Yeah. Is the Bam in action?
Bam. It is now.
The quiz mistress is never wrong.
Yeah, always right.
To Bam. Bam.
Yes.
Okay. Now
Good.
today
I bam,
learned-
you bam. Cool. That was your double talk quiz.
Yeah.
Fab.
Past tense. You bum.
You bum, yes.
Surprising, huh?
Cool. All right. So, Q&A.
Yes.
Q&A, the recap episode. Thoughts, feelings.
Well, since not much happens in this episode, and it was really a throwback to realize, oh, I'm watching a recap episode. All right. Well, my thoughts, if I may, about might as well recap.
As recap episodes go, I mean, we were still getting something.
Yes, we're getting a amazing soccer mom wig and general attire.
It was a flashback too because it started at the end, and then we,
Exactly.
we were in the J.J. Abrams verse. Like
They
we
did
were
their
there.
best to tease and we saw a few things we hadn't really seen. I mean, she explains SD section disparue. There's enough to keep you hooked.
Yeah, the examples of the terrorist attacks that they had carried out, I looked them up and they are fake,
Oh,
which
okay.
is probably for the best.
Oh yeah. I assumed they were fake, but yeah.
I mean, but there was it looked like there was stock footage of
real things.
the carbon proxy disaster in Bangalore, 1992, and I looked that up and it was just only Alias fan pages. I was like, okay, correct, that's correct.
I'm sure there's industrial disasters in Asia. But,
Carried out by terrorist organizations.
oh boy,
Posing as the CIA. Oh, great line that was spoken by the guy from Lost. Terry O'Quinn played John Locke.
Yeah.
Officer Kendall. We love Officer Kendall. We're going to get more of Officer Kendall.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So when Sydney was explaining how Danny died, he goes, so you believe that an agency that could order the assassination of an innocent civilian was affiliated with the U.S. government? Lol, lol, lol.
What is the U.S. of A?
What is, yes?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's like, but you're so smart. They were very convincing. It says here you're a genius. Well, they were very good at their job. It's a back and forth like that for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
A general recap thought is, it took me back to the pilot, which is amazing.
Right.
That pilot is really, really good. it's a standout episode.
It's a film. It's a film.
Yeah, it's excellent, and it was cool to see things from that. And I think I remember thinking my original opinion, not opinion, but feeling is that this show is going to be a bit sillier than it is. It's not as silly as I thought it would be. It might verge on being a bit self-serious at times, a little bit. The prophecy being solemnly read whatever. But I have to say that the tone of the show is pretty well
balanced.
Yeah, pretty well balanced between action and comedy and serious. And I kind of like hating Vaughn.
Yeah, it is. It's become a new pastime of mine.
Exactly. So it was nice to take this pause to
Nepo baby Michael Vartan.
Oh yeah, who's his dad, mom?
Sylvie Vartan.
Oh my word! What?
We just realized this.
Yeah.
I don't know what she does. I know she's an actress.
She was a singer. Also.
Oh,
to me, she was a singer. Maybe
she was a famous French
she
person.
Probably did a lot of things, but I think she was Bisou with Johnny Halliday and stuff like that.
This makes okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nepo baby, and it shows.
Well, yeah, but it was cool. Yeah, and then there's a whole thing about Mom's Alive, which I think I don't know if I said it on this very program, but yeah, Mom's Alive.
Yeah. Okay. The one line that was a standout for me. It's always Jack. Jack always gets the best lines, and does the best delivery. Victor Garber, yes. Do you remember what he says when he threatens Haladki to?
I think I wrote it down too.
Yeah.
Go for it.
He's like, tell me where Sydney's being held, or you'll never wear a hat again. As he's like holding a gun to his head.
That's so amazing. That's such an incredible threat. Oh my god.
Sinister and hilarious.
Yes, exactly. No. I love that. If you talk, you never wear a hat again. That's amazing. Yeah. No, it was. And it worked. So, vindication.
We had the same Smash Mouth song again.
Oh.
Which I was tempted to do the Smash Mouth quiz.
They're asking me to do this. It keeps coming up.
Yeah. There was a Marshall supercut, which is always great.
Super swang.
Yeah, we had
back.
Yeah. So Marshall supercut. Yeah, all of his good, all the good Marshall content.
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible to breathe air from tires underwater?
No, I doubt that, because it's different pressure and different. The pressure is probably higher in the tires, and does it even come out as she just like unbolts the thing and breathes it in.
The pressure is so hot, like wouldn't it explode?
And it's also like in water. The conditions are quite complicated.
Anyways, our disbelief is suspended.
Yeah, I'll allow it, obviously. Because I want Mom to be alive, and they're going to find a way, sure. But
interesting.
I wouldn't recommend doing that if you crash.
No. Well, yes, no.
No.
It's a better try than getting shot in a soccer mom costume.
Oh,
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, not an Alias podcast.
Oh, well.
Thanks for listening to Not an Alias podcast, produced by Celia Brondeau with original music by Mad98.
If you love what we do, leave us a tip. The link to the tip jar is in the description.
And you can follow all things trivia at Paris Quiz Mistress.
And all things Fred at Fred Me Up.
Until next time.
Stay nerdy and keep quizzing.